If you're an investor, these are tough times. You work hard to earn some money and you try to put that money to work. But all of a sudden, everything is uncertain. No one knows what the future holds. It's the worst situation for any investor. So tonight we'll try and help you out. First, let's look at the usual investment avenues. Gold seems to be on a roll. Look at prices here in New Delhi. On the 20th of January this year, gold was selling for 81,000 rupees. That's 81,000 for 10 grams of gold. Do you know what was the price today? More than 93,000 rupees. That's more than 14% returns. Not bad for a so-called safe haven investment. Yesterday, gold prices hit an all-time high and chances are they will keep rising. Some experts are talking about the magic 1 lakh number. 10 grams for 1 lakh rupees. This number could be hit in 2025 in this year, especially if the uncertainty continues. Because like I said, gold is a safe haven investment. People buy gold when other things are volatile. So let's look at those other things. The stock markets are all over the place. Today, the Sensex closed almost 600 points up, but yesterday it closed almost 1,400 points down. And tomorrow, all bets are off. Investors are clearly worried about the tariffs. If the rates are lower than expected, the markets will be fine. They may even gain more points, but if the rates are higher, then we could see another bloodbath. Either way, it's not a good time to make big bets because the tariff impact will go beyond tomorrow. Some countries may announce retaliation, some countries may get relief. So this will be a long and winding process, and chances are the markets will react to each move and statement. Then what options do you have as an investor? What should you do? Some big fund managers have certain hacks, like stay away from the market swings. Instead, focus on individual stocks, on companies that have solid numbers behind them, maybe banks or construction firms. Another tactic is to avoid export-oriented firms. And the logic here is, of course, quite simple. If you don't export a lot, you will not be impacted by the tariffs. So focus on companies that make money in India, maybe airlines or beverage brands. And just to be clear, even these strategies have a certain amount of risk. None of these are sure shot options. They are meant to inform you, to give you an idea of what is possible and what should be avoided. If you like taking risks, there is an opportunity. As they say, buy the dip. The problem here is no one knows where the dip is, whether the markets will keep falling or whether they will rebound now. We don't know. It's a bit like the pandemic. When the markets fell in 2020, there was a lot of panic selling, but many investors stayed on for the ride. Some even doubled down and bought more. And 4 years later, they're reaping the rewards. So don't take any decision in haste. Factor in all your concerns, your appetite for risk, your financial priorities, and your ability to take a hit. And what about unconventional investment avenues, like cryptocurrencies? Well, experts are divided on this one. If you look at Bitcoin, it's been very volatile. We were talking about $100,000 last year. It is now trading at $84,000. If you add the tariff tensions, it's a huge risk. So to sum it up, let me just say this. I know these are uncertain times for any investor, but that's no reason to keep your money under your bed. Yes, some investments are not advisable, but there are solid ways to put your money to work. We just mentioned how gold has done well. So your job is to do the necessary research, to reach out to financial advisors, to understand the risks of each investment, and then finally make an informed choice.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Alternative to
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
For both sides.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.